about your project for Lighthouse and also where you got the idea from.
The project for the Lighthouse is basically electronic water treatment, which reduces they actually prevents salt from building up on the side of the pipes. So this actually can help many families or even industrially. And I got this idea from after we went through like the experimental process. So it was first we wanted to like focus on rust, and then so we went for like a filtration system, and then we came across this electronic water treatment that could solve this problem at the root of the problem. So it doesn't need to be such a complicated filtration process. So instead of using the filtration process to stop it before it actually needs the filtration process.
Wow. So like can I ask like is it some a particular encounter that you had or something that you read online or something that triggered this whole chain of inquiry in your mind that you actually found that you want to do more about this?
Yeah, actually it was an article that said rust could be like the next deadly thing to be in our water, in our everyday water. So like we decided to like experiment on we decided to brainstorm on this topic in general. And one thing that came up was the EWT has said before, because of the way it actually prevents salt from building up before the entire process. So there's no need for like chemicals and all that. It is much more natural and just uses a magnetic wave to remove the salt from sticking to the side of the pipe.
That's actually quite fascinating. Yeah. So like when remember we had this conversation before when we look at the tubs of water to the ordinary visitor, they're like it's just plastic containers with some water and some white stuff inside. So it's not immediately clear. But when we explain it, it's quite amazing and that you actually skip the whole chemistry of it, but in a way, without dealing with additives or things that you change in the water, to actually do it, electronically. So I think that part is quite interesting. So can you share with me that is this something that you have been interested in electronics or in like the science of that's involved in the whole industry of water treatment and all that? Is this something that is on your radar for a while already? Are you interested in chemistry per se?
No, I actually got into this entire project because of like a news article I read about the water crisis in Michigan, US, which was the Flint water crisis. And so which got me thinking about this entire project, because of course we couldn't create like something that could remove like poisonous industrial waste like the one in Michigan, but this could be like a smaller prototype to like remove one core part, which was the salt building up on the side, which would actually help like either industries or families.
That's so great and actually very quietly noble
that
you try to attend to this. This is a huge problem. I think it can impact so many people's quality of life, which we don't think about because we take for granted we have clean water in Singapore. But it's good that you actually cast the net so wide and you have greater ambitions, which is super nice to see in the Lighthouse program. So through this process of creating this project of yours, what is the one thing that surprised you?
The one thing that surprised me was like the support given by everyone here at UNIDA. And so there were many difficulties when coming to this project, especially like so there were many people helping, including like the mentors and the people around here who just contributed to helping me get this project a little step further through this entire process. And I don't think like the project would be as good as it is right now if not for like the people around here.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. I'm so glad to hear that our fellow crew and all that were able to help you with your vision and with working through all the nitty-gritties of the technical issues that you face. I think everyone worked very hard, with you and all that. So I'm glad that is something that helped you a lot, in what you're trying to do. And with what you're trying to do, right? How might you think you are going to continue to build on this project of yours, or what will you hope to explore next?
I think this project is actually quite huge because like the experiment right now is inconclusive because because there are many factors affecting this result. But if you look visually, you can actually see like the diameter of the pipe will affect the amount of salt built up on the pipe because of the EWT and all that. And so I think the next process, if you would like to advance this experiment to the next process, we can try out different factors and different methods of measurement. Because for this experiment, we use pH value as an experiment as to measure the variable, and we're not so sure whether it works too. So there are many different ways we can actually conduct the experiment after this.
Right. I think that is like super important in developing a new scientifically proven method of doing something. It's through the various iterations and all that. But also, I think one thing is very important, which is like what we're doing now also, is try and document your experience. So I hope for your own project and for your own sake, you will also document down your findings and your observations, especially of those things that did not turn out the way you expected. I think this part of scientific environment that you actually document this and have peers or have mentors help you to review it and to make it better. So maybe something you can do is to share your full experience online and what you hope to do next. You can ask your mentors in this project, to connect you, and we'll be happy to also help you to work it out. If you find you need maybe a particular kind of expert, we can try and reach out to the community, see if somebody can help you. So after having said all that, and definitely you went through a whole process and learning journey, can you just share with us personally, what do you think was for you the most fun thing through this entire experience?
I think the most fun thing was like the meeting with our industry mentor, which helped us garner more ideas towards this project. In fact, the experimental setup was because of the ideas that he gave regarding this entire issue. Because online there were a lot of conflicting articles regarding this entire issue, but he said just go for it and let's try it out. So that's what we did basically, and yeah, so I think if he actually helped get this project a step ahead to regarding the entire experimental process. The meeting itself was really fun because he shared many ideas and it wasn't like a very formal meeting. He was very casual in person, and of course the working on the project itself was also fun. Every step of it, including the start, the phase 1, and then the ideation process, and then the brainstorming process to the actual meeting. I think it was mind opening. It was fun in general and mind opening too.